Hello, hockey fans. It's Josh, and I'm here to talk some hockey. Even though many of the top trade candidates were traded before the deadline, this was still quite an interesting deadline. Just like my last video, not every trade will be featured. With that being said, let's get into it. The first trade took place early in the morning, where the Edmonton Oilers acquired Mike Green from the Detroit Red Wings in exchange for Kyle Brodziak and a conditional second-round pick. This is a good trade for the Oilers. Green could potentially hop into a top four role if needed, and provides great depth defensively for the Oilers. In the 9 o'clock hour, the Ottawa Senators made big trades. The first one sent Vladislav Namestnikov to the Colorado Avalanche in exchange for a 2021 fourth-round pick. The second one sent Jean-Gabriel Pageau to the New York Islanders in exchange for a conditional first-round pick, a 2020 second-round pick, and a 2022 conditional third-round pick. Pageau is a great pickup for the Islanders, who could use some more offense. Ottawa also comes out of these trades with some good assets. Although Vincent Trocheck was on the TSN trade bait board, I still wasn't expecting for him to be dealt, being that the Panthers are only 2 points out of a playoff spot. The Panthers acquired Erik Haula, Lucas Wallmark, Chase Priskie, and Eetu Luostarinen. This is a great trade for Carolina because Trocheck is a great forward and slots into Carolina's top six quite well. Patrick Marleau was traded to the Pittsburgh Penguins in exchange for a 2021 conditional third-round pick. Marleau will be a good depth piece for the Penguins, and hopefully everything can work out for Marleau. The Anaheim Ducks traded Derek Grant to the Philadelphia Flyers in exchange for Kyle Kraskulo and a 2020 fourth-round pick. Derek Grant can possibly be a 20-goal scorer this year, and he can help the Flyers get into the playoffs. Now here's a deal that was interesting to me. The Buffalo Sabres acquire Wayne Simmonds from the New Jersey Devils in exchange for a 2021 fifth-round pick. I feel that New Jersey could have possibly got more for Simmonds because Philadelphia got Nate Thompson for a fifth as well. I was also surprised that Buffalo was the team that acquired Simmonds. I don't think that Buffalo can still make the playoffs, but maybe if they go on a lengthy run, they could make it happen. Then the Anaheim Ducks traded Nick Ritchie to the Boston Bruins in exchange for Danton Heinen. This is a good trade for both teams, and I don't really have much to say about it. The Oilers then made a very much needed move. Edmonton acquired Andreas Athanasiou and Ryan Kuffner from the Detroit Red Wings in exchange for Sam Gagner and 2 second-round picks in 2020 and 2021. The Oilers really need to make this trade. McDavid needs a good winger to play with, and Athanasiou can be that. He isn't having the greatest year, but he did play for the Detroit Red Wings. The only thing I think Ken Holland could have done differently would be to keep Sam Gagner. Gagner seems like such a well-liked player, but he needed to go for the Oilers to get the trade done. The Oilers also acquired Tyler Ennis from the Ottawa Senators in exchange for a 2021 fifth-round pick. Tyler Ennis has such a great work ethic, and I think he'll be a good fit in Edmonton. The other Alberta team also made their fair share of trades. Calgary acquired Erik Gustafsson from the Chicago Blackhawks in exchange for a 2020 third-round pick. I know Gustafsson is a UFA at the end of the season, but I believe that the Blackhawks could have gotten a better return in this trade. The Flames also acquired Derek Forbort from the Los Angeles Kings in exchange for a 2021 conditional fourth-round pick. The Kings will retain 25% of Forbort's salary. Buffalo is back at it again, acquiring Dominic Cahoon from the Pittsburgh Penguins in exchange for Connor Sheary and Evan Rodriguez. I think this is a fair trade for both teams. Buffalo continues buying, and Pittsburgh gets Connor Sheary, who has played for the Penguins lately, and they know his game. Rodriguez can also provide some depth up front for the Penguins. Carolina also decided to make some more splashes at the deadline. The Hurricanes first acquired Sami Vatanen from the New Jersey Devils in exchange for Jana Jukkonen, Fredrik Claesson, and a 2020 conditional fourth-round pick. Carolina has also acquired Brady Shea from the New York Rangers in exchange for a 2020 first-round pick. Vatanen and Shea bolster an already stacked defensive core. Carolina will be dangerous down the stretch and could potentially make another run in the playoffs. Then we had a gigantic 3-team trade. The Vegas Golden Knights acquired Robin Lehner and Martin Deserkals. The Chicago Blackhawks acquired Malcolm Subban, Slava Demin, and a 2020 second-round pick. The Toronto Maple Leafs acquired a 2020 fifth-round pick. Chicago will retain 6% of Lehner's salary, and Toronto has agreed to retain 44% of Lehner's salary. I didn't expect Lehner to be traded to the Golden Knights, but I think it's a good idea for the Vegas to roll with a 1-2 punch in net. I just can't wrap my head around the fact that the Maple Leafs agreed to retain salary. Leonard has never played a game for the Leafs, and they have cap issues, but are willing to retain salary. It just doesn't make sense to me. The San Jose Sharks traded Barclay Goodrow and a 2020 third-round pick to the Tampa Bay Lightning in exchange for a 2020 first-round pick and Anthony Greco. This clearly shows that Tampa Bay is going all in, acquiring Coleman, Bogosian, and now Goodrow. Another deal that went down today was the Washington Capitals trading Christian Djoos to the Anaheim Ducks in exchange for Daniel Sprong. Then the final trade I'm going to mention is Devon Shore from the Ducks to the Blue Jackets in exchange for Sonny Milano. What are your thoughts on the moves made at the trade deadline? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.